Chapter 4 First Day at School. Scribble was 5 when she started school. There was a debate that morning on who would take her. First, I worried that Discord would shock the young colts and fillies. When he saw as his duty as Scribble's father to walk her to the first day of school, Pegasus finally gave in and allowed him to come. As they slowly approached the red building, Scribble felt her stomach turn. "Why is the ponies don't like me?" she asked her parents. "Of course they'll like you," Discord replied, playfully twirling the propeller in her hat. "Why wouldn't they? After all, who wouldn't like the most adorable filly in all of Equestria?" Silence fell over the schoolyard as the foals stopped their playing and decided to try conquest. Screwball gestured to them. "Because I'm different?" "And that is what makes you adorable," her father exclaimed, ruffling her mane. "Everything will be all right, honey," Fluttershy assured the filly. "Dicky will be here. So will Thunder, Lightning, and Cinnamon Stick." "Go on. I dare you. I dare you to try and change things to you and Applejack now. Ha ha ha! I've won this one. I've won this round." "Did you, Spike?" "Yes, I've won. You've lost. You gotta do it. Come on." You really think that just because you're doing that scene and there's no inexplicable reason why me and Applejack couldn't have kids, that I would have to do this? Yep. Well, I mean, I could just as easily say that at the moment, me and Applejack found 2 kids and really wanted to adopt them. And we're still making plans on having our own children at one point. Hey, what? Well, yeah, I mean, one of my D&D characters, they adopted a little kid before they finally had one of their own, so really, there is no reason for why me and Applejack in this particular universe couldn't adopt kids of our own. And then decide to breed together later on in our lives, after this set of stories are done. I mean, I am a dimension-hopping, time-traveling magician who owns his own bookstore and has topped to many, many dimensions and different planes by now, so really, me and Applejack have got eternity, you know? You devious, no good, little. Moving on. After Applejack and Legendbringer had tied the knot a couple of years ago, they adopted 2 foals, a brother and sister, for the Caroline Alvarez, deciding to wait until having their own kid. The colt, Cinnamon Stick, was Screwball's age, and the filly, Cinnamon Roll, was but taller and not old enough to go attend school. "Curses! Curses! I'm calling shenanigans! I'm calling shenanigans on this asshole! Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that in the audience? I'm calling at him an asshole!" Yeah, whatever, Spike. Just continue wallowing in your self-pity and drink your chocolate milk. "One day, Legendbringer, one day this evening will be mine." "Your teacher is also Cheerilee," Fluttershy continued. "You remember her, Apple Blossom's mother? Oh, and she'll be in your class too." Apple Blossom was also around Screwball's age. They had not met that often, but she knew she was Aunt Applejack's real niece. She also remembered Cheerilee, a very nice mare who always smiled. The idea of her being her teacher made Screwball feel a little better. Plus, all her friends were going to be in the class. "And don't worry, if any pony makes fun of you," Discord asked him, added, "just show them who's boss and turn them into an orange." "I'm with Discord on this." "Discord! No, Fluttershy. Let him cook." Fluttershy shouted with a glare. "That's no advice to give our child." "I don't know. It was wonderful advice from me and my dad." Then again, my dad gave me 2 pieces of advice a lot of times when it came to bullying and stuff in school. First of all, he told me that I don't pick fights. End them. If I got into a fight, make sure that the asshole punched first. That way I can claim self-defense. And second of all, sometimes it helps to pick the biggest jerk in the room and take him out. If any pony cannot accept how special you are, that's their problem. As for your magic, don't get in any trouble. Don't make any pony feel jealous. She deserves to show off her powers. The Pegasus saw him another warning before continuing. Promise me you'll behave. Okay, honey? Screwball nodded. Good, Mommy. Good. So he kissed her on the forehead. Now, have you got everything? Your lunch? Tick! Your notebook and pencils? Tick! Don't forget your apple for the teacher, Discord exclaimed, snapping his fingers. An apple appeared in the Screwball's hoof. He gasped and chuckled as the worm popped out of it. Discord! Greetings, fellow equestrians! I bring you tidings from Apple World! The Chronicles laughed as they replaced the apple with a free one. Just kidding, darling. Don't take everything so seriously. The family turned to see the wonky-eyed unicorn racing towards them. Screwball embraced her best friend happily. Dinky cried, bouncing up and down. Back to school. We are so much fun and we got new friends. Unicorn grew even more excited as 3 Pegasi flew up on the road. Hey, Fluttershy! Rainbow Dash greeted. Looks like our kids are coming in the same class. Thunder! Lightning! The twins landed with a thud as Dinky tackled them both. Applejack chuckled as she appeared behind him. At her side was a loud brown colt with black mane and brown eyes. I'll say you're all just as excited to see him in Slicklear, the cowgirl added, patting her adopted son on the back. Dinky looked up and blushed slightly at the sight of Cinnamon Stick. Screwball noticed him returning her plus. Hi, Dinky. He started. Dinky waved her host silently. Oh, I see. Did I mean my Pip and Dinky ship for 2 fixes in a row? Note to self, find a cute Dinky and Pip fic. Fluttershy, Rainbow Dash, and Applejack shared a knowing look. Everybody looked up as the school bell rang. Cheerily emerged from the building. All right, kids, come inside. Hey. Fluttershy, Applejack, Rainbow Dash. Forgetting 3 mares, are we, Fick? Okay, I'm gonna be fine. This is only chapter 4. But I swear to God, if I end this story and Rarity, Twilight, and Pinkie Pie don't have kids of their own, I am going to ask 2 questions. 1, why Fick? And 2, what does the universe got against Rarity having kids? Canon's bad enough, but in a fanfic. First, I gave her daughter a light self. Go on, we'll come and pick you up at 3. After receiving her kiss, Screwball joined her friends as they raced up the steps. She stopped at the door. Oh, Miss Shirley, she exclaimed, handing her the apple. This is for you. Why, thank you, Screwball, Shirley said with a smile. Once the children were inside, Fluttershy approached the teacher with concern in her eyes. I should let you know that Screwball takes after her father, and Shirley held up her hoof. I'm fully aware of Screwball's talents. Oh, well, sometimes she can't control herself, and she causes you any trouble. You just let me worry about it. She's also sensitive about her eyes. She'll be treated like any other pupil, I guarantee. Don't fret, Fluttershy. She's in good hands. Fluttershy smiled at the teacher as he closed the door, but was still unsure. Discord scooped her up in his arms. She'll be fine, dear, he assured her. After all, she is our daughter. That's what I'm afraid of, she muttered. Shirley attempted to get her new students to settle down. All right, class, I know you're excited now, and you'll find your name on your new desk. The schoolhouse had 12 desks in total. Screwball found hers in the 3rd set of seats in the 2nd row. She was thrilled to see that Dinky got the seat next to her. Thunder and Lightning sat in the front row, while Cinnamon Stick got the back left corner. Screwball felt more comfortable being surrounded by her friends. Well, welcome to the new school year, my little ponies, Cheerily announced. I'm your teacher, Miss Cheerily. We're going to spend this morning getting to know one another. Everyone turn to the pony next to you and introduce yourselves. When Thunderdash turned to his right, he met the green eyes of an earth pony he had not met before. She had a yellow coat, a few freckles on her cheeks, and an orange mane tied into two pigtails. They sat there motionless before Thunder spoke. Hey!
Hey,
To Philly Meyer Nielsen. He held out his hoof. Thunderdash. Without breaking eye contact, he attempted her hoof.
Apple Blossom.
Oh, your teacher's pet there, daughter, right? She nodded slowly.
A rainbow days with your mom.
Uh-huh. They did nothing but stare at each other for a long while. And here comes Sea Spray.
Sea Spray?
Oh, toy ship.
Trixie doesn't know how to feel about that joke.
Screwball's desk partner on her right was a white unicorn with red, white, and blue striped hair. She flinched to the side of the airplane's eyes. Screwball eagerly said to her hoof.
Hi, I'm Screwball.
The unicorn hesitantly shook her hoof. Aqua fresh.
Isn't this all exciting?
Yeah. Hey, are you? Charlie tapped her ruler on her desk to get every pony's attention. All right, now we're each going to introduce ourselves to the class. State your name and please share something interesting about yourself. I will go first as an example. She cleared her throat. My name is Shirley. I am happily married and currently teaching a wonderful class. Screwball tried to pay close attention to the others as they introduced themselves, but the only ones he really listened to were her friends. I'm Lightning Dash, and I'm Thunder Dash, and we're gonna be Wonderballs, just like our parents. The twins did a hoof bump before Apple Blossom spoke.
Oh, my name is Apple Blossom, and that's my mom I have later.
There was a smart shower among the students until Charlie's voice silenced them. Yes, Apple Blossom is indeed my daughter, but I assure you she'll be treated as equally as the rest of you. Dickie was excited for the introduction.
Thank you, and I like muffins.
Screwball giggled slightly, realized it was his turn.
I'm Screwball, and my dad's the Lord of Chaos.
The room became quiet. You could hear a pin drop. Screwball shrank at the thought that maybe she had gloated, despite what her mother told her. She had not meant to brag, but the teacher asked for something interesting, and, well, that was the most interesting thing about her. She could not understand why every pony was shot. Based on how the twins were looking at her, she had to feel what she said was wrong. Why? It's not like they didn't know. It's not like she had grown a second head.
Did I say something wrong?
She asked the teacher. Shirley shook her head. No, Screwball, you said nothing wrong. Let's continue.
I'm Aqua Fresh,
the unicorn said beside her, rather shakily,
and my mom's a dentist.
Screwball did not hear the rest of the introductions, or pay attention as Charlie began the lesson. She was too busy listening to the whispers of the two colts behind her.
She's the one that my sister told me about. Her daddy's supposed to be a big scary monster. Yeah, I think I saw it this morning. My sister tells me he's as much of a freak as he is. Yeah, I mean, look at that hat she's wearing.
She pretentedly held onto her treasured hat from her Aunt Pinky.
What's up with her eyes? Is she blind or something?
Her head rested around her neck as she faced the colts.
I'm not blind.
Screwball! She faced Shirley, realizing she said that out loud. What's going on? The teacher said crossly. Are you paying attention?
Sorry, Miss Shirley,
she pleaded.
They're saying bad things about me.
Telltale, whispered the boy behind her. Is this true, Gold Digger? The colt with the golden fur and black hair shook his head.
No, Miss Shirley, we were just talking about her eyes.
The teacher squinted at him. Your sister was a pupil of mine, so I expect you to be familiar with the rules of the class. Everybody, let it be known that from now on there will be no talking during the lesson. Screwball glanced over at Apple Blossom and tried to copy her pose by sitting upright, folding her hose in front of her desk. She could not get in trouble on the first day of school. Mom would get upset. Not if you figure it out. Not if you hide the evidence. She flinched as she felt a prick at the back of her neck. She glanced around and shrugged it off, assuming it to be a fly. Then she felt it again. It did not hurt really, but she found it quite annoying. Then something hopped onto her desk, a rubber band. She looked at the golden coating out of the corner of her eye. He and his friend were snickering in pleasure. She thought what her father said numerous times. If any pony makes fun of you, show them who's boss. She did not want to disappoint her mother, but these colts needed to be taught a lesson. She had to be subtle in her revenge, for Charlie knew about her powers. You know, Scribble, at this time, I think it's about time you learn to listen to your angel devil. Pfft, your devil. Do it, Screwball. Use your powers. Let your hate guide you. Now for your angel. Pfft, I say do it. Well, it's unanimous. Scribble glanced at the rubber band and missed, and remembered Aunt Pinky showing her something called a cat's cradle. She smiled deviously and made a rubber band appear between Gold Digger's legs and copied the trick. Once he's successful, she tried another colt. A bell rang for recess, and the two boys tricked out their seats. "What the?" Gold Digger uttered, looking at his tied legs. Thunder and lightning gawked at the sight, gave Screwball a questioning glance. She nodded with Devil's grin. "Nuts!" Lightning muttered, giving her a hoof bump. "Let's get out of here before the teacher notices," Thunder whispered. The fillies agreed and fussed towards the playground. For the first 5 minutes of recess, Scribble and Dinky spun a rope while the twins competed over who could jump the longest. Dinky cried. "Oh, I can't think the thing. Oh, my heaven," Scribble continued. 12, 13, you guys, what's this? She looked over the rope, but kept it spinning as if some point was still holding in the end. Dinky gasped and really stared at it as well. "Awesome!" The twins exclaimed. "We have the coolest friend ever," Lightning declared. "And the sneakiest," the Thunder added. "Who wants to play tag?" The twins stopped jumping and tangling themselves in the rope. Dinky hopped excitedly. The three laughed at their friend's enthusiasm. Following her to join the other students as they gathered around, Scribble's smile faded when she saw Gold Digger was the one who made the announcement. His blue eyes met hers and gave each other a mutual glare. Sorry," he said. "This game is for ponies only." "But I am a pony," Screwball insisted. "No, you're not. You're only a half a pony. My big sister, Diamond Tiara, told me so." Made full cast, not believing there was such a thing as half a pony. "You saw that big monster?" Gold Digger asked them. "That's her daddy." They streaked it harder. "My sister said your daddy took over Equestria 3 times. He's the best of the bad guys. Pure evil." Scribble had no idea what he was talking about, but he stopped her hope and anger. "Daddy's not evil." "He is evil. That means you're evil too. Look at her eyes." "Hey!" the twins cried, standing in front of their friend. "Leave her alone," the Thunderdast cried. "What's wrong with you?" Lightning demanded. "What's wrong with me?" Gold Digger repeated. "What's wrong with her? She's got funny eyes, like her dopey friend over here." Screwball gasped and glanced at Dinky, who was on the thirds of tears. Picking on her was one thing, but no pony made fun of Dinky. No pony. She might look different, but she was not a dope. Gold Digger made Screwball so bad she wished the sky would come crashing down on him. The students looked up as a dark shadow covered him, screamed when they saw a piano hurrying towards the Gold Digger. They all scattered out of the way. Screwball managed to grab Dinky before the instrument hit the ground, smashing it in pieces. So she heard the crash. She only rusted, gasped at the sight of the broken piano. How did that get into the schoolyard? She went towards Screwball, who had a guilty look on her face. "You know, Screwball, can I just say this? Good job. The only thing I'm disappointed in is that you missed." And right now I'm feeling a little conflicted about Gold Digger as a character and this whole entire setup. Mainly because You've got the twins of Rainbow Dash over there. And Applejack's adopted son. Methinks the bullying would be shorter now. And Gold Digger would be the bullied and not the bullier. He would be owing them lunch money by now. Fluttershy knew something was up when her daughter did not come out of the building immediately. Dinky then explained that Cheerilee had kept Screwball out after class. Expecting the worst, Screwball entered the classroom. Cheerilee was sitting expectantly at her desk. Appleblossom was sitting at her own, a Screwball on a stool in a corner. As soon as he saw her mother, she faced the wall and saying, "I appreciate you coming here, Fluttershy," the teacher said bluntly. "What's going on?" the Pegasus inquired. "Appleblossom, will you please wait outside?" The filly said nothing and bade her mother, "Have a seat, Fluttershy." Fluttershy pulled up a chair and sat across from Cheerilee. "It appears there was a little accident today." "I know. Screwball missed." The Pegasus glanced over Screwball. "What happened?" "Well, how do I put this? A piano fell from the sky." Fluttershy's eyes widened in shock. "A piano?" "Yes, I checked. And there was no movie car in the sky at the moment." "You think, Screwball?" Cheerilee looked at the filly in the corner. "Well, Screwball?" She turned her head slowly, once the expression on their faces. "I didn't mean to," she insisted. "You were making fun of me and thinking I didn't want it to happen. You made me so mad." "Honey, you promised you would behave," Fluttershy shouted, almost too loudly. "You did evil." My mother's angry expression changed to one of fear. So you face her teacher again. "I assure you won't happen again." "See that it doesn't," Cheerilee said coldly. "You may go home now, Screwball." No look at Tedre. Coldly and Cheerilee don't match up. This sounds a little too cruel for Cheerilee. I would have preferred if she said, "I know it won't, but do try a little bit, okay? You don't want to accidentally kill anybody." You know, there is a difference between compassionate and throwing somebody under the bus. The filly slid out the stool and smiled nervously up at her mother. The letter she received a return caused her to hang her head. "We're going to have a talk with your father about this." "A piano?" Discord said, looking up at her from his bowl of paper and over to Screwball. "A bit dramatic, don't you think? A pile of bricks would suffice. I'm with Discord on this." "Discord?" Fluttershy gasped. "Was serve the brat right for picking up my daughter." I'm with Discord. Again, I am totally not disagreeing with Discord. They're sitting at the dinner table. Fluttershy does explain the events of the school. "I also taught you toes to do a cat squeal," Screwball admitted, picking at her peas. Her father guffawed. "You did? What did you use? String or rubber band?" "Rubber band. You threw rubber bands at me first." "Give him a taste of his own medicine, huh?" He clapped his hands. "Genius. Pure genius. That's what it is." Again, totally with Discord on this. Fluttershy was appalled. "Don't encourage her. She could have hurt somebody." Yeah. And the last time I found a couple of bullies picking on someone, I used entanglement to tied them all down. Trust me, they were perfectly fine. Scared out of their wits and never did it again, but they were perfectly fine. Those runs should have thought of that before they mocked our beautiful daughter. "You said you were evil," Screwball said. They both turned to her with wide eyes. "Who told you that?" Discord demanded. "Gold Digger," she replied. "You said you were evil, and I was evil too." "Sweetheart," as her mother said, stroking her mane tenderly, "you are not evil, and neither is your father." Scribble looked at her father in his eyes.
You say you took over Equestria.
Discord shrank giggly to see. Oh, yes, I took over Equestria once or twice, but that was a long time ago.
You see, honey,
Firstly explained,
your father was evil before we met.
Seems like 1,000 years ago, to Chronicles reminisce. Actually, it was. I was ostracized because of my appearance, and, well, you can say I went crazy, like you deal with today. The princess punished me by turning me into stone for 1,000 years. When I was released, I met your mother. We didn't start in the friendliest terms. She was one of the bearers of the elements of harmony, the only thing that could defeat me. She was kindness. You're not Twilight was magic. Rainbow Dash was loyalty. Pinkie Pie was after. Applejack was honesty, and Rarity was generosity. I came a little plan to dispose of the elements of harmony, but that didn't work out, so I tried something else. You see, you don't want to go into detail what happened. Now when I was starting to think of a monster. Thankfully, Fluttershy brought something out gently.
You say we'll leave Equestria in exchange for a willing bride.
He sighed in relief. Yes, I've grown rather lonely over the years, and your mother was the one who accepted the deal.
Scribble's eyes widened. You were forced to marry Daddy.
Fluttershy hesitated.
At first, yes. But then I got to know your father, and
that's when we fell in love. Discord finished, placing his hands on her shoulders. Your mother is an amazing mare. Remember that. She was the only one who truly accepted me back then. I didn't realize I could not have Equestria and her at the same time. I could not live without her, so she took his paw.
We got married.
He grinned and kissed her slightly on the lips, making Screwball gag. Yes, we did. She brought out the good in me, and I don't do evil anymore. So never you mind about what Golddigger said.
But he made fun of Dinky too,
she reminded him. That was wrong of him, but that piano had hit him. Would it have made you feel any better? She hung her head. Yes. What? What? It would have made me feel better. What? I don't buy into this whole entire no revenge kick some people go on. I remember somebody tried to stab me in the back. I slammed them on the table and made them beg for forgiveness. Greatest day of my life. Got detention for one day. Best day ever. Had plenty of time to finish my work. And then, of course, there were the times that I wrestled and... Oh. Okay, so maybe sometimes some of you should take my advice. I'm a bit of a fighter. But I suppose I should read canon. Fine. She hung her head.
No.
Good.
So, Daddy's not the best of bad guys.
Discard chuckled. No. Well, once upon a time. Trailed out his flesh, I poked her ribs. I mean, no. I found something better than chaos. He smiled at his wife and returned to smile.
Remember this, honey,
Fluttershy said.
When it comes to love, appearances are insignificant.
Indeed, Discord agreed. It's the most powerful form of chaos there is. I swear to God, if this turns into a star-crossed lover scenario, I might go crazy.